Hello again and welcome. Today I would like to talk to you a bit more about Numenta. And I was I was wrong about some of the things I said the other day uh, regarding a roadmap for learning and their conversation being too difficult for anyone but a PhD who is specializing in this area. And the reason I say this is I went back and started going through the YouTube videos that they have called HTM School, Hierarchical Temporal Memory. And it was, as I remembered it, I watched, I think, the first 6 or 7 episodes a year ago or 2 years ago and found it to be impenetrable. Uh, However, after working with their notebook the other day and seeing just how fast they were able to do MNIST, I thought to myself, this is very interesting. I need to learn more about this because if they're getting that kind of speed up, 10 times or whatever it is, speed up, I can't ignore this. And so I went back and I started watching episodes of HTM School. And as I said, I found it to be once again very impenetrable. However, I stuck with it, and after watching about 12 episodes, it started to make sense. And now, when I say 12 episodes, they aren't very long. I think most of them are around 10 or 15 minutes. So we're talking maybe 3 hours worth of video. Excuse me. Pardon me, I just had dinner. Uh, so if if you have to put in 3 hours or so to get to a point where you can start to understand what they're talking about, you should do it. It's not that painful, and in fact, after about episode 7 or 8, a lot of things started to come clear to me. Uh, and the thing that one needs to remember when watching these videos for HTM School uh, is that what he's doing is describing how he believes the brain works. So if you are used to watching and learning about feed-forward networks and that sort of thing, uh, this is very different. And having a mindset that you are just doing matrix multiplications is not going to be helpful. You are, I'm sure that a lot of the operations that are discussed in their, uh, that happen in their NUPIC software are matrix operations, but they're different. Uh, this is not backprop uh, through the Jacobian. This is Hebbian learning. It's different. Uh, and rather than having a weight matrix, there are connections, and the connections have a strength. Uh, and the connections are to different areas. So they're not just to the next layer. They can go back to themselves. They can go laterally. In fact, they get lateral connections to make context for the feed, for what does feed forward. So my advice is to watch more of these than you think you want to. If you just feel confused, just keep watching them. I think the confusion will start to vanish over time. And then you'll probably need to go back and watch them again. So once something clicks and you get some insight, you can go back and rewatch some of the earlier ones, and those will make sense. And there may be things that don't make sense, and you'll come to another point in the lessons, and then you may have to go back and watch through these again and just speed through the things that you do understand. But don't give up. That's my advice, and it's not too difficult. It's just very different, and once you start to understand it, it's fascinating because it really does make a lot of sense. And one of the things that I really enjoy about it is all of the biological references. Nobel Prize winning material, for example, that was discovered, and then that's on a cellular level, and then we see how this is applied within the NUPIG software, this hierarchical temporal memory model to the cortical columns. And it really is very interesting. And I'm just starting with this now. It's going to take me a while to process all this, and I'm going to have to watch it, I think, a few times. And cheap as I am, I'm probably going to go out and buy Jeff Hawkins' book. That's how taken I am with this material. So my apologies for having jumped to a conclusion on this, that it was not well explained. It is well explained, and the folks at Numenta are making an effort to help people understand this material. And there's also a forum, the Numenta forum, which I think comes up in lesson 6. There's a link in the description that you can click on and go and join the forum. And the forum is moderated by the people who are lecturing. So they will answer your questions if you have questions. At least I haven't had the experience of this yet, but they make the promise that they will answer questions in that forum. So yes, they are trying to make this material available and understandable by the community, which is what I believe is appropriate. We want to help people to get to AGI as quickly as possible. It's that important that we don't hide the information from anyone. When we learn something, we share it, because if we can get AGI working, we can possibly extend our lives for much longer. And if we lose that opportunity and we die with our secrets, to me that just seems stupid. Anyway, do take a look at Numenta's YouTube channel for hierarchical. HTM School is what it's called. So yes, look at the HTM School videos and stick with the first 10. of them, even if you don't understand what's going on. And he finally gets to a video, I forget the number of it, where he has an example that's musical. He starts showing with musical notes what's happening, and that's when it started to really make sense for me. It started to pull together all of the things that had come before, and it became really fascinating for me at that point. So anyway, thank you for listening, and I hope this is helpful. Like and subscribe. Bye-bye.